Welcome back to the world according to Briggs. Let me ask you a question. Do you want to live a long, healthy life? If you said no, you should move to one of the states on this list and better your chances for a whole host of ailments. If you're looking forward to a long, healthy life, you should avoid these states and better your chances to run, a 5K at 77 or something. Today we're looking at states with two of the most toxic key elements for life: air and water. The EPA ranks all 50 states by their air and water quality every single year. For air quality, the EPA measured the average number of days in 2020 in which the air quality index was above what the Environmental Protection Agency deems healthy. For water, the EPA measures the number of violation points against public water systems for every 1,000 residents served in each state in 2020. You take all those numbers and you put them in a calculator, or a science typewriter as they call it in Arkansas, and you see whose air and water sucks the most. Got it? All right, let's see what states are the most toxic. Number 10, Colorado. This one's a little depressing. Colorado is known for its natural beauty, and you just think pure earth when you think about Colorado. I mean, the Rockies, the Colorado River, all beautiful, but apparently the water and the air suck here. Some of Colorado's air pollution could be directly attributed to vehicles, because Denver's a pretty crowded place, along with some of the other cities here. So that's just typical for every state. But then you have the oil and gas production in Colorado that contributes a large amount. Nitrous dioxide is always a problem when you're dealing with oil and gas production. Colorado ranks 43rd in air quality and 29th in water quality. Number 9, Texas. If you take a nice deep breath in the city of Dallas or Houston, you probably go, yeah, the air sucks here. Texas, again, oil and gas production. They're very big here, and this affects the state, obviously. On top of all that, they have some major cities with obviously traffic and cars and exhaust and all that good stuff. The water, there's 1,000,001 reasons, but a lot of it gets tracked back down to the gas production in the state and things like that. Texas has a lot of different things going for it. This is just one negative. Every state's got them. This is one of the worst things about Texas. But all their negatives are overshadowed by the pluses going on in Texas right now. Texas air quality ranks 44th in the nation, and their water quality ranks 30th. Number 8, Utah. Utah's another state that does a lot of things right. This is a great place to live. They just kind of suck when it comes to air and water quality. It's kind of a toxic place. You've got a lot of small towns that you drive through and you're all, there's nothing good going on here. I mean, there's a whole lot of rusted out, broken down cars in front yards in parts of Utah. I've been through a lot of it and it looked kind of trashy. Now, they do have some beautiful cities, don't get me wrong, and there's some beautiful, beautiful land here. Arches, Capitol Reef, all those different places. But not everything's perfect in the Beehive State. The air quality in Utah is ranked 45th in the nation, and water quality is 36th. Number 7, Illinois. Chicago really screws up a lot of the stats for Illinois, not just in crime and murder, and pollution too. The air quality in Chicago is not good. I mean, it's not just the Chicago metro area. You also got right across the border, Gary, Indiana, which is a toxic waste dump by most accounts. Head on down to Peoria, Bloomington, Springfield, and East St. Louis. There is nothing good going on in any of these places, including air and water quality. All those gems help Illinois get an air quality that ranks 47th in the nation. Keep in mind, that's 47 out of 50 if you're watching from another country and you don't understand we have 50 states. Their water quality, okay, water quality is not terrible. They're ranked 21. It still sucks. Number 6, Oklahoma. Anyone that's ever driven through Oklahoma, this should not shock you. Even the wide open plains of Oklahoma, they still look a little toxic. Like Texas, they're big in oil and gas production and also farming, and that kind of destroys their water quality, believe it or not. Yes, farms are not like what we were brought up to think. You don't have happy pigs, cows, and rats talking to spiders that know how to spell. Farms are extremely toxic in a lot of cases. Not all of them, but a bunch are. The air quality in Oklahoma ranks 38th out of 50, and their water quality comes in at 44. Number 5, Nevada. I think air and water, as far as toxins go, are probably the least of Nevada's worries. I mean, they used to blow up atomic bombs here. It's supposedly cleaned up, but there's tons of radiation going on around there they're not telling you about. The air quality here kind of surprises me because They really only have one big metro area, and that's the Las Vegas metro area. They got little places like Mesquite. Reno's not terribly big either as Carson City. Most of the state is very sparsely populated, so it's not like you're going to have a lot of exhaust. Now, obviously they have a lot of trucking going through here, but still, it's nowhere near on par with some states that have major cities in them. They just got one, really. So I'm kind of shocked by their air quality. And I'm also kind of shocked at how good their water quality is, because they've done a lot of mining in this state, and that tends to bring down your water quality. But here they are at number 5. The reason they're at number 5, they are ranked 48th in air quality and water only 19th. Number 4, California. Just to the left of Nevada, you've got California. This place sucks in a lot of different ways, and air quality is one of them. Water quality's not that bad in California, but air quality sucks. I mean, you got places like Los Angeles, San Diego, Sacramento, Bakersfield, which has some of the worst air in the nation, Fresno, Stockton, the Bay Area. These are all places that are just pumping out fumes into the air and just making people sick. The air quality in California is ranked 49th. Water quality, like I said, not terrible, it's only 15th. Number 3, New Mexico. New Mexico's another place that has so many things going wrong with it that you'd think that their air and water quality are, they've got bigger problems is what you normally think. Then you see where they're ranked and you go, no, maybe these are some big problems for them. When you read what the EPA has to say about New Mexico's air quality, they kind of focus on Albuquerque. Their air pollution is attributed to the combination of mobile sources like motor vehicles and airplanes, stationary sources like power plants, oil refineries, and factories, which they got a lot of that stuff, and things like agriculture and wood-burning fireplaces are, I guess, a big problem here. The air quality in New Mexico is ranked 46 out of 50, and water, 46 also. They're sucking on both ends. New Mexico is a beautiful desert state when you look at some things. The architecture of Santa Fe and other places is amazing. The desert is beautiful, especially their sunsets. It's just too bad you got horrible poverty numbers, crime, all their stats kind of suck this side of cost of living. As we've learned watching these videos, that when a place kind of sucks, the cost of living's kind of low, and New Mexico's one of them. Number 2, Arizona. Yeah, we're sticking in the same area, Arizona. The Grand Canyon state is not a state you really want to do much breathing in. I mean, if you can manage it, hold your breath the whole time you're in the state of Arizona. Now, I understand if you've been living there 4 or 5 years, this might become difficult, but do your best. You'll be saving your life. Arizona has the largest state capital in the United States, Phoenix. It's also the fastest growing and most polluted state capital in the United States. I think Arizona's biggest problem with their air quality especially is they really didn't catch on to environmental issues till after a lot of other states did. They lagged behind when it came to a lot of restrictions for different industries and vehicles. Oddly enough, Arizona has the absolute worst air quality in the nation. That's the state as a whole. At the same time, Tucson, their second largest metro area, has one of the best air qualities as far as big cities go in the nation. They were ranked number 6 a couple years back. So Phoenix is just stinking it up for the rest of the state. I mean, Prescott and Flagstaff have pretty good air quality. It's just Phoenix, it seems like. Yuma's kind of horrible too, but Phoenix and Yuma are about the only ones. Yuma's really not that big either. Arizona ranks last place, 50th in air quality and 31st in water quality. Before we get to number 1, don't forget we have another channel called On This Day. Go over, check it out, watch a couple videos, give some videos big thumbs up, subscribe if you'd like. Subscribe to this channel if you'd like. We'd really appreciate it. On to number 1. And number 1. Alaska. The last frontier has okay air quality. Obviously, it's not that crowded. There's not a bunch of people living here, mostly bears. And I mean, what are they polluting the air with? Flatulence? Can't be that bad. And it's not. They're kind of middle in the road when it comes to air, but their water is horrendous. This could be for a lot of different reasons, but mining, oil and gas exploration and production play a big part in this. With so few people living in the state, you wouldn't just think it's the air quality that's not bad. You'd think the water quality should be a lot better. I mean, there's not a lot of people, not a lot of industries that would really affect the rivers, streams, and everything else like that. But yeah, they're not doing great at all. This isn't the first year Alaska has sucked with their water quality. This has been going on a very long time. The air quality in Alaska, well, they rank 28th, and as far as water quality, 50th. Bring your own water if you go visit Alaska. All right, that's today's list. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you got some information out of it. Have a great day and be nice to each other.